All right, everyone, here we go. It's the week of, what is it? May 17th through the 23rd. Sorry, I lost myself there for a moment. Well, it's a little easy to do, I guess. Here's my pre-shuffle. I did. I cut the deck. I didn't like what I saw. So it was a devil there. So I shuffled the deck. I'm sick of devils. We had them last week, and at least it toned it down. It's still a devil, but it toned it down a little bit. What actions are they going to take? Well, I can tell you, with this energy, it's this mild Seven of Swords crossing judgment. And with the Hermit. For the DM side, it's easier not to believe than it is to believe. Okay, it's easier to just say, well, this isn't really a soulmate thing. This is just a girl I like or a guy I like. It's just easier for them to write it off. I think a little dose of reality is rolling in as part of the consequences energy, which is starting to seep into things. As I explained recently, it's a whole lot of shit backed up behind a small hole. So you get a little bit out, but eventually it cracks open and breaks off the whole thing. A little bit's coming out. I think they're going to pay for this. I think they're going to feel the difference between this is just a guy or just a girl I like and this soul connection, because it's a very strong connection. All right, but yeah, it is easier to deny things, isn't it? I mean, it's easier to just, well, life is nothing. It's I don't know. It is easier to be an atheist, for example, than it is to believe and to follow the good book and all of that, which most of the people that follow the good book or read it, like my mother who carries it around in her pocketbook or her purse, if you will, doesn't... It's like she never read it. They don't follow it at all. Not at all. Be kind to love thy neighbor. I've never seen her do that. I saw her call the cops on her neighbors. She paid a boy once to set fire to something in their yard. They had too much brush or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. And is that Bible still in here? Where is it at exactly? I mean, I don't know if she was trying to duplicate the burning bush. I don't know what she was doing. Anyway, my point is it's easier for them to deny the soul connection than it is to face it and believe it. That's the case with anybody who's a denier of anything. Holocaust denier, round earth denier, all of that. It's just easier to deny than it is to face reality of some kind. Anyway, so that's where we're at. So what actions are they going to take? Probably something really stupid, I would imagine. Let's see. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whatever you find it, you're meant to find it. Oh, fuck my ass. All right, we're going to do one card for every sign. We're going to split the soulmate cycle with 12 pieces, just like the Friday reading, but we clarify. There's text at the top of the description explains why there's no timestamps here for anybody new. Okay? Are we ready? Let's just do this. You can figure out the reading. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate with you. I'll put the sign names, but this isn't your horoscope. It's straight up energy reading. 4 of Cups is the overall energy, and there he is. He came back. I told you he was there in the cut. I told you about him earlier when I started the reading. I said I didn't like it. The universe dumbed it down to a 7 of Swords, but I get it. And look, right? It's the same thing as the pre-shuffle. It's the same thing. This is the denier energy. It's easier to deny it. It feels better. It makes me happier to think that Steve's viewer isn't a soulmate. They're just a chick or a guy that I like. Okay? It's easier to believe that. But the thing with the goat, and I'm going to use the phrase bite in the ass, because if you turn your back on a goat, you might get bit in the ass, especially if you got like a bandana hanging out of your back pocket, which is likely to happen in the country where these live, right? Anybody who's ever turned their back to a goat with a bandana in their back pocket knows damn well that thing gets eaten. So at the end of the day here, somebody's going to get bit in the ass because, I'm going to tell you something right now. This is a soul connection. It's about time they found out, too. Let me tell you. Okay, let's go. Ace of Pentacles under there. All right, here we go. Story starts with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Let's go. Boom. Queen of Swords. Why isn't that surprising? That came out somewhere in the Friday reading. I don't remember where. I know that energy. Okay? Somebody's coming at you. You might hear from somebody, but it's a little colder than you expect. Okay? Why? For reasons I've said. They're denying. Steve's viewer is not a soulmate. It's not a soulmate. It's not a. It's just a regular thing. Okay. All right. Queen of Swords. Why is it here? It's a very scattered energy. It's hard to corral. Not unlike a goat. It's hard to corral. I can't believe in our environmental energy we're going to have that goat. I cut the deck when I first picked it up and the fucking goat was there. It's like unreal. If you hear any banging in the background, I apologize. The work crew's getting set up. They're not supposed to be able to start till like 8 on Saturday, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But apparently 7 is the new 8, because I'm here just before 7. So I don't know. All right, 7 of Swords crossing the Queen of Swords right there. It's the 7 of Swords again. Look, the devil that was there in the cut came back, right? And when I shuffled for the pre-shuffle, it dumbed it down to a 7 of Swords. There it is. These are the most closely related to this. It's exactly what I told you playing out. It's like I manifested it. Fuck. Yeah. It's somebody who's, again, it's everything I've already said. I'm not going to say it again. The 9 of Cups, because it's how they need it to be. I need you to understand. I need you to understand it's how they need it to be. They need you to not be a soulmate, to just be a chick or a guy that they want to bang. Okay? These are King of Wands people. They're not that deep. They're not going deep. Okay? They're not. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Why is the 9 of Cups here? The Chariot. Yeah. They're coming in on their terms, right? But their terms are denier, are false. That 7 of Swords ties us back to everything I said in the pre-shuffle. Okay? Plain and simple. All right. Taurus. I mean, whatever. Whatever. What do you care? Right? See what you can get out of these people. And that's been coming up in the readings. They're going to show up and you're going to have to lay back a little bit. Accept people for who they are. Who and what they are. Don't try to change people. You're going to burn up your energy doing that. Why would you want to bother? Right? They're not going to listen anyway. Most of the bad things, the things you'd like to change about somebody, are 8 swords based devil energies. In other words, they have to figure it out for themselves. You're not going to talk them out of it. Okay? And we talked about that in last week's Friday and Saturday reading, somewhere around the devil that kept coming up. And here we go again. Right? But this time it's a denier energy. It's just easier. It's easier. No, it's not real. It's easier for something not to be real. No, it always is. Whether it's global warming or the Holocaust or the Earth being round, it seems to be easier to believe. Or big storms coming, it must be a weather machine. It's easier to believe that it can't be real. It's this energy, I'm telling you. But there's nothing, there's nothing I can do to get people out of it. It's an 8 swords based energy. So, oh well, okay, cool. All right, believe what you want to believe. Taurus, position 2. The Hierophant. You were married to this person. A lot of you had long-range plans with this person in some way. Never mind married. You might have been married to him. I don't know. But you had long-range plans with this person. You had long-range plans. I think they want them back. Okay. Can I tell you that? I think they want those. I think they miss that. I don't think they're finding that in anyone else. Doesn't change anything I've said leading up to this. Everything is energy and everything is connected. That's why we don't do timestamps here. Because if you just click Taurus, I just want to watch Taurus and Virgo. That's it. And yeah, you sound like that. Then you'd have missed everything else I said, which is important to the energy. All right? It's a big deal. Unless you're in that devil energy, then you didn't hear a word I said anyway because it's 8 swords energy. Well, you're crazy, Steve. You're the one who's crazy, Steve. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Take it easy. All right. Fine. Okay. Hierophant. Why is it here? Jesus. I used to hear I was the devil all the time. Now it's like, you're the one who's crazy, Steve. Okay. All right. It's fine. Yep. I don't know anything about economics or how the world works. Okay. Yep. Sure. You go ahead and believe that. King of Cups. Crossing right there. They want it back. Somebody realizes they made a mistake not sharing their feelings with you. What's on top? The 5 of Pentacles. Somebody realizes they made a mistake. canceling these long-term plans with you. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? The Two of Wands, I think they're fixing to come towards you, but it ties to everything I said here. They can't believe that, they don't want to believe that you're something special, more special than this chick or guy that they like. Okay, you have to be okay with that. If you're not, then you're going to have a fucking problem. Okay, you're going to have a fucking problem. And you want to know what the bridging energy is? I took a look. It's a Hierophant on top of the Hierophant. I think you want what they want. You both want the same thing. It's just you've got to concede the fact that this person's never going to have the depth of emotion that you have. Okay? If you can accept that, you might have a chance here. They're at least making a plan. They're making an attempt. They might. The energy's setting up for it this week. But definitely, please, as we move forward here, pay attention to what I said around these. This is very important. This position and the fourth position are always all signs, and they're tied together. As far as the beginning of the story is very important, the Cancer position very important, and the Pisces position, the end of the story, is very important. And it all ties to this shit. All right, Gemini, position 3. Knight of Wands. I don't know. It's a runner that wants to run away again. I know you want me to say they come rushing in. It's moving away from you. I don't know why. Where's my note? Two of Cups. Yeah, they're afraid of it. We're not it's a denier energy. Somebody running away from the truth. This is what we're getting. What's on top? The Six of Wands. They feel safer hiding in the bushes. Why is that here? The Knight of Cups. And the Five of Swords. Somebody's cheating themselves out of something really good here in an effort to feel safe, to not have to. There's pressure on one side to stay where they are, and there's pressure on your side from just the sheer power of the connection to come towards it. So this person is choosing to hide more than anything else. Okay? What they know damn well is that the real victory would be in approaching you. Okay? I think this person just needs some time. They'll realize they're stabbing themselves in the foot. It's 5 swords. Okay? They're stabbing themselves in the foot. And that 5 swords backs up my read on that energy, by the way. It's a false victory. Yeah, victory there. Yeah, they see victory in run, rabbit, run. Right? They see victory in that. The actual real victory is here. What they end up doing is they don't want to look at that, and it ends up being a problem. Once they move toward your connection, their life changes for the better. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, slice number 4, something here for everybody. Bookends, position 1. The High Priestess. Didn't we see that a lot? Wasn't that the overall energy from 2 different decks of both the second half of May and the new moon in Taurus reading? Yeah, I think it was. They're carpet sweep. It's a carpet sweeping. It's what I said. It's already everything I've said. They're carpet. Oh, Steve's viewer's not my soulmate. Some might say secrets revealed is the meaning of the card, so it's coming to the surface. Look at that. Flew out sideways, 5 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 9 of Pentacles. No, somebody's liberating themselves. This is a singular energy. It's singular, right? Somebody here is getting in their head too much about how important your connection is. They know it's important. They don't want to see it. They carpet sweeping, hiding their eyes, hiding from the fact that this is a deep, 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 deep soul connection. All right? Somebody's afraid to be vulnerable still. It is what it is. Everybody's got somebody here in a denier kind of energy. All right? It is. You have to know about this. It's important because it's running rampant. It's like if you've heard of a pandemic, it's a pandemic of this out there. Denying something's there doesn't make it not there. All right? Denying something happened doesn't make it not happen. In fact, all it does is guarantee it'll likely repeat. If enough people that never happened. Yeah. All right, it'll come back again. All right, Leo, position 5, the Leo soap opera. 4 of Wands, somebody's marriage. Okay, somebody's marriage. Somebody's having talks. They might be fighting. I don't know. I got blue, throat chakra. Somebody's talking about their marriage with somebody. Well, we know in the Leo soap opera somebody's married or in a relationship with a toxic situation. We know they've been late for the door. They stayed way past the expiration date. We know all of that from the Leo soap opera. So right now, they might be talking to another person about their marriage, whatever it is. Whatever the toxin is that they're stuck with, family, a relationship, someone they're just banging, or a marriage, right? To that little Lord fuckwit energy that I get all the time that comes in. They're married. If they are married, they're married to some entitled fuckwit. There's no doubt about that. That energy is very strong. It was mommy's little prince or mommy's little princess, and they got everything they wanted, and you have to deal with them, right? It's like that. So here we go. Never marry somebody like that. Then you have to deal with them, right? Then they have to be your little prince or princess. Oh, fuck me. Right? I value independence in relationships. It's a key element. Yeah, here we go. Four of Wands, Knight of Wands, crossing that. Woo! Somebody wants out. Out. Exodus. It's an Exodus, and it's the same energy that was around the Knight of Wands here. An Exodus energy. Exodus. Bye-bye. Gone. I'm leaving. Out of here. What's on top? There's no more love. It's my desert queen. Technically, it would be a Queen of Cups reversed when I say desert queen, but it's empty. She's sitting on sand. The water is way over there. Hell, I don't even see it when I look at it. Why is that here? The Eight of Swords. They don't know what to do, so they're talking to people. They're getting advice. It's the worst fucking thing. I swear to God, I know they're talking to too many people. This is the mistake people make. You want advice about your relationship? You pick one, maybe two people you trust. And you're probably wrong about trusting one of them. Most people are. All right? And I know you're not like most people, but you probably aren't trained in micro expressions and reading people and spotting patterns the way I am, or someone like me. All right? So if you are, great. But if you are, you also probably don't have too many people to talk to, because people who spot patterns and spot the truth scare the fuck out of other people, and they tend to flee. You tend to end up friendless, or they only call when they need something or they need some advice. That's sort of like my friends. They keep their distance, but they'll call if they need advice or they want to know about the energy. But I freak them out because most people don't spot patterns. Most people don't spot the truth. They live with a mask on, and they have false conversations. I tell you all the time, I hate small talk. People like me don't like small talk. We find it a violation of our time. It's a waste. Right? You're stealing my energy. I don't care how about the weather. Oh, fuck off. Right? Sometimes I have to go to work events with my wife. It's a nightmare for me. That being said, this person here is probably talking to too many people. But they are talking to people. They don't know what to do, so they want someone else to tell them what to do. All right, Virgo, position 6, sometimes my wild card spot. King of Swords. The real superpower you can give yourself, if you really want, aside from studying psychology and human nature, that'll do you a lot of good, although it won't do much for your circle of friends. Because once you start spotting the phoniness around you, you just you check out. I can't play the game anymore, right? But spotting patterns is something that people have a problem with. That you would do. You could spot patterns in your relationships. You could you may need to make notes. Let's see where we go. King of Swords. Is this you? It is you. It's a cruel to be kind energy. I think it came up in one of the recent readings. Cruel to be kind, people. Sometimes you have to be. Five of Swords. Something you see. You have an interaction with somebody coming up. Okay? I don't know who it is, but you think you might have gone overboard with it. You feel bad afterward. Okay? You feel it's a bittersweet energy. You're doing what you have to do. Okay? Whatever that is, I don't know. I don't want you to feel bad afterward. What's on top? I don't want you to. Yeah. So you did the right thing. You did, what you said, cruel to be kind, was for the greater good. Okay? Even if it's cutting out a soulmate, telling them to go away, it doesn't have to be a soulmate card. It's a contract card. It's a for the greater good card. It's a balance. It's for the greater good. These two do things for each other that are for the greater good. Why is that here? The Four of Pentacles, yeah. You feel like you could have held back more. You're afraid you went too far. I don't want you to be afraid you went too far. You did fine. You're perfectly fine. Okay? In fact, you created a new beginning here. I'll show you. I wasn't going to take it out because I think it might want to come out somewhere else, but whatever. It's a bridging energy. It's the Ace of Wands. I looked at it and I put it back. If I do that, I'm not being shady, as somebody say, oh, he looked at the bridging energy and put it back because it didn't fit. No, because I think it might want to come out somewhere else. All right? But I am going to take it out here because I want you to see the butterfly of transformation. And I want you to see that you did something really good here. You actually created what will be eventually a new beginning. And yeah, maybe you blurted, because these are bridging. Maybe you did. Maybe you were a little hot-headed. I don't know. I don't know. The energy's setting up for this week. It might be future influence. If you have an interaction with somebody and you feel like you maybe were a little bit too harsh and you have a bittersweet feeling, don't. Okay? You're fine. Libra, you did good. For the greater good of all involved. All right? Sometimes cruel to be kind. Libra, position 7. Emperor. Somebody wants to show you how big their dick chakra is. I mean, it is. It's somebody. It's whipping it out to show you, or pissing on their territory. I mean, it's. I don't know. What is this? What is this? The Emperor. I would have almost expected that the Scorpio position. As I wrote down what was in position 8 the other day, that 4 of Cups. But, okay. The 6 of Swords. Somebody wants to take control of a situation and smooth things out with you. That's the easiest way I could phrase it. Or they want to take control. They want to come in and tell you we're going to move on from this issue. Okay? I don't know. So, yeah, the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Okay, why is that here? The King of Cups. And what's the bridge? The 9 of Pentacles. Somebody here, again, somebody feels bad about something. I feel like they feel guilty. I feel like it ties to this a little bit, in that they may have said something to you that was overkill, or whatever. I don't know. Roles can be reversed. It could be you. They're coming in to take control of the situation. They want to smooth things over. They're going to say all kinds of emotional things in the hope of liberating things. In the hope of, they go back by themselves. It's not like you get together. It's just they want to feel better. It's all they want to feel better. It all feels very stingy to me. There's probably some angle where you can appreciate it. I mean, I don't know. You've got a communication coming from somebody who's going to try to smooth something out, but it's going to come across they're going to come across a little bossy. Okay? Try not to get pissy about it, but I wouldn't blame you if you did. All right? Then they just go off by themselves, and then they just leave. Okay. Well, thanks for popping by, asshole. I mean, I guess. Scorpio, position 8, my high Scorpios. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody, it's turning things around. You had the 4 of Cups yesterday. Somebody got real emotional with you, right? I'm just paraphrasing. And they don't think, and you missed it. You didn't see the emotion, right? I don't know. Somebody wants to school you, all right? They want to turn things. They want to show you that. I don't know. Why is this here? It's just as funny as, I don't know why. I'm just laughing. It is something's really bothering somebody, that you saw it your way and they saw it their way, right? They thought they were emotional. You just didn't even pay attention. You didn't even flinch. Well, you are, if you identify with this position, you don't have to be a Scorpio, but you're probably, it is a very emotional position. So you're probably fairly deep. I mean, you probably missed it because it was shallow, I would imagine. See? The devil and the sun. Why is the devil here? The sun. Again, another devil. Devil. You've got somebody attached to you. I run into this a lot. The DMs in the world in particular, not soulmates, but just in general, people that are self-focused, Burger Kings, they have a hard time with empathy, as we know, Empress energy, which means they have a hard time putting themselves in someone else's shoes. So they can't imagine that anyone's life is different than theirs. So you're trying to explain to them, well, my life is like this. They don't understand it. They'll never understand. This person here is blaming you because they don't understand how you live your life or how you feel things, and they don't understand why you didn't understand that they were being, but it's just what it is. It's sort of a denier energy, but it kind of reverses on itself in a sense of they can't understand anybody different than them. Everybody must be like them, and if you're not like them, you must be evil. You must be the devil. So they're going to try to come in. You might have a conversation with somebody who tries to give you clarity on how they are. Just roll your eyes. Don't even try to explain how you are, okay? Because they're going to try to tell you how you should be. Just listen. Do not engage. Just let it, fine. Just leave it alone, all right? They will never understand you, and you will never understand them, okay? A lot of times this is a family type thing, okay? It's very, very common with family type things. Or it could be an ex. All right, here we go. Everybody out of the way. Sagittarius, position 9, sometimes separate from the cycle, sometimes part of it. The sun, yeah. You're going to see very soon that you did the right thing. That's the message attached to this. You're going to see very soon that you did the right thing. Okay? That's all I got to say. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to put this here. You're going to see very soon that you did the right thing. Probably what we talked about the other day with the 5 of Pentacles and leaving somebody out in the cold. That I said that that's the first time I've ever said that rose deserves to be outside in the cold. Whether it's inside the soulmate cycle, or I already know what this card is. So whether it's inside the soulmate cycle or outside the soulmate cycle, the DMs, we'll say the lower, because it can spread across the board a little bit, but the lower vibrational people are learning a lesson. They're learning a lesson the hard way that they need to learn. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of the higher vibrational people, such as yourself, who may have warned against all of this and said, you know, we didn't need, none of it needed to happen. Whether it's in the soulmate cycle or outside of it, none of it needed to happen. You know. So a lesson's being learned the hard way by the lower vibrational people, which needs to happen so that it doesn't happen again in future soulmate cycles and in future cycles out there in the world. Getting some clarity that you did the right thing. It's the world here. You did a great thing. You may have been harmed by somebody, or somebody may have hurt you and you had to cut them loose, or maybe you had to turn down a job. This could be future influence for you. You did the right thing. You're allowing for this person to have a better future and for yourself to have a better future. But lower vibrational people tend to need to learn the lesson the hard way. That 5 of Pentacles from yesterday felt harsh. That poor rose locked out, right? Sometimes you have to do this. It might be one of your children who keeps showing up, asking for money, asking for whatever, and they claim to be independent. Sometimes you just got to shut the door, shut off the money. You know, it hurts, it's not good, but they got to learn the hard way. Otherwise, it's just going to continue on and on and on. And it hurts you because it could have been prevented. All you had to do was take out your wallet, right? What's on top? The 10 of Wands. It's hard for you. You did the right thing. You realize you did the right thing. You're doing the right thing it's hard. 10 of Wands. Why is that here? The 7 of Swords. Yeah. You wish you didn't have to do what you did. It's a sneaky deaky energy. Sneaky deaky away. But again, you did what you needed to do. And again, Queen of Pentacles, it was for the greater good. All right. Whatever it is, it might be future influence. The energy for this might just be setting up. I've tried to give you a few examples. All right. Capricorn, position 10. Temperance. Somebody lays a truth on. I didn't write down what you had yesterday, but were you the one that got like the devil or something like that? Or was it like a justice card? Somebody, anyway, I don't know. Somebody's laying down, it was a big card, it had to be. Somebody laying down a truth on you. Okay? I'm just saying, you heard the way I said it, right? I'm shuffling. Okay, okay. All right. Somebody laying down a truth on you. Okay. Little truth. Okay. It's crossed by the 10 of Cups. Something you never thought you'd hear. Maybe it's something you always wanted to hear. I don't know. Or it can't, you feel like it can't be real. Just like when it's this energy on this card where I look at it and go, that can't be real. I got a park right near my house, kids fighting all day. Hell, I mean, my neighbor's got kids across the street, and they got a little minivan, right? And sometimes they take the kids and they go places and all that kind of stuff, right? They can't even get the kids, there's like 3 kids, they can't even get the kids in the minivan without somebody hitting somebody, and then the little girl crying in the corner. I mean, they can't even get in the damn car. That's not real. That's not happening. What's on top? The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, why is that here? Yeah, disappointed. Page of Swords. You're disappointed in somebody's naive view of you or of something. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, somebody lays a truth on you and you're like, that can't be real. And it's something where, again, they're telling you about their life or something. And it's like you're talking to a child. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say when you're talking to whoever this person is, it feels like you're trying to communicate. And I'm insulting dogs by saying this because dogs are fun to talk to, I think. I can get their energy real good. They actually listen. They're not sure what you're saying, but they love hearing your voice, right? So it's like, it's almost like you're trying to communicate with dogs or something. I mean, it's weird, man. 5 Swords. It leaves a bittersweet taste in your mouth about this person. It really does. It's like, oh, man. Are they really that? I mean, maybe you find out your best friend is a flat earther or something, and you're like, oh my God, seriously? You believe that? I remember that happened once. One of my best friends, he believed that the moon landing was faked. That it was all NBC studios and stuff like that. And he made up some barrier that there's no way to get past, so that it's, oh my God. Yeah, that barrier is there, but it's not no way to get past it. Oh, man. Anyway, my point is it's just disappointing. It leaves a bittersweet taste. You lose respect for somebody here, okay? A little bit. Aquarius, position 11. Oh, my God. The 5 of Swords. We get 5 of Swords a lot in this reading. My God. In case somebody asked me, the barrier that the conspiracy theorists that think that the moon landing was faked, think that they can't cross, well, there's a couple of ones. There's a dome barrier that the flat earthers think, but also it's called the Van Allen radiation belt barrier. Almost sounds like Van Halen, but it's not. That's a band. It's Van Allen radiation belt. They already knew about that in the 1950s and designed the spacecraft with aluminum to be able to get through it. It wasn't it's false. It's complete. It's total fake science. So I can understand if somebody comes at you, like my friend there that had the moon landing is faked kind of a thing. And my jaw dropped because he's smart. But the problem is a lot of smart people are in that devil energy. It captures them because they get in a logic loop, but it's a junk food logic. So it makes sense, but so it pleases their logic receptors. So people with high IQs actually have to be more careful about conspiracy devil energy, about this even denier energy, which is what the moon landing is faked energy would be. The Van Allen radiation belt is not a barrier that stops anybody from doing anything. And then we put mirrors on the moon, which we use all the damn time. Anyway, you're disappointed in somebody for something along those lines. It's very sad for you to hear what they're telling you because it's a bunch of bullshit. The 5 of, again, a bunch of bullshit. The 5 of Swords. This is not you guys. This is, well, it is kind of. All right. Somebody's going to reach out and tell you they're disappointed in you. Okay. All right. It's crossed by the Knight of Swords. Yeah, somebody's coming in with a message that blows your mind. You think they have a high opinion of you. They have a low opinion of you. You've let them down. You had no idea you let them down. You had no idea. No idea. Okay. What's on top? The Ace of Pentacles. And why's that here? The 9 of Swords. Yeah. You thought you had a nice conversation with somebody. You thought this person thought you were aces. Thought you were the best. You may have been waiting to talk to this person for a long time. And it leaves you like that. It literally leaves you like that. I mean, that's mind-blowing to me. What's the bridge? Temperance. That's, again, that bridging it, you're going to have to just, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing, don't, this is a waste of time. It's worry. Please don't. It's not worth it. People see things, we saw it here, right? We see it here in the reverse of here, and we see it here again. These two are very similar. Pay attention to what I said over here, okay? If you identify with that. Definitely pay attention to that. Let's grab position 12 while I check my computer and see what the hell it's doing here. Okay, we're good. Position 12. Again, that devil energy, that denier energy is everywhere. I can tell you. And again, this person probably refuses to admit they're wrong. The denier energy is everywhere. It's not just about flat Earth or we didn't land on the moon, it was faked, or there's a weather machine controlling the... Give me a fucking break. But it's not about all of that. It's also about just people denying that you're anything more than a regular person they're into. You're not a soulmate. Or, again, denying that they could be wrong. All right? That's a very common denier energy in this soulmate cycle on the DM side. Well, I can't be wrong. Okay. Well, these are the facts. Yeah, well, it behooves them to say that. That kind of... Okay. It just keeps getting deflected. The "you're wrong" punch just keeps getting deflected. With bullshit. Pisces, position 12, always read with 1 and 5. There's a tower. Look at that. That's a big card. Let me tell you right now, that's a big card. Let me clarify. This is a fresh start for you. This week starts the energy of a fresh start for you that you didn't know was coming. You see what I'm saying? It's like, wow, right? It's a fresh start for you that you didn't know was coming. It might be a wake-up call about something. I don't know. I'm still shuffling. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Empress. It's a fresh start for you that you didn't know was coming. Your energy, this is just for you. This is just for the DF side. DFs, listen up. What I've been mostly talking about through here is the DM side. A lot of you aren't in this energy. All right? You're too high a vibration. This denier energy only affects low vibrational people. It has a barrier. It does not affect high vibrational. And that doesn't matter about your IQ. My friend that believes that the lunar landing was faked has a 160 IQ. And that's from a real test, the Stanford test, not some online test where everybody scores a genius because they want to sell you shit. It behooves them to make everybody... No, the actual real deal test that's given for IQ. He has a 160 IQ. And like I said, 160 IQ people, 150 IQ, 140 or above are very susceptible to these types of conspiracy and denier type energies because it appeals to their logic loop. Man, and it's junk food. It's sort of like, well, they know, they're smart enough to know Twinkies are bad for them, but once you eat one, you're like, well, let me try another one, and the next thing you know, you're through the whole fucking box, then a case of them. It appeals to an aspect of them. So they're very susceptible to it, actually, even though they're very smart, right? It's just like with hypnosis. Smart people are the easiest to hypnotize. But they also fuck it up because they think about it too much, right? So they're susceptible to not being hypnotized, even though they're the most likely to be. That said, this is for the higher vibrational of you watching. If you're in this energy, it's probably not for you, all right? Your energy is resetting. Something's happening. Something's causing it's not even a reboot. It's shutting down for a moment and coming back. This can sometimes result in night terrors. You might wake up afraid for no reason. That's one of the signs you're probably looking for here. I'm just going to give you some energy hocus pocus. You can take it for what it's worth to you. Between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., the veil is thin between the two realms. The veil is thin. A lot of times your energetic self leaves your body when you go in deep sleep. It leaves it susceptible to receiving bad energies, but it does sometimes do that. If you have any health ailments, any little things that are wrong with you, and you happen to be awake between the hours of 3 and 4, but usually for me, sometimes it's between 2 and 4 in the morning, that extra hour before it, because of daylight savings time and things like that, which isn't part of the energy, right? Again, there's no clocks in the energy, but we can track it with our clock a little bit. Sometimes that ailment will act up between the hours of, say, 2 and 4 in the morning, right? Or definitely between 3 and 4. It's that kind of thing. In this case here, probably between the hours of 3 and 4 in the morning. And again, it depends where you live and whether you practice daylight savings time or not. So we'll say between 2 and 4, you may wake up panicked for no reason that somebody's in the room, somebody's here, freaking out, right? That's your energy shutting down. It's a total shutdown and then a reboot. Right? What's on top? 7 of Pentacles. What did I say? He's on break. I didn't look. I know this energy. I know it. I teach my friends about this kind of thing all the time. I would love to be able to go into the darker sides of a lot of this stuff. Dark psychology as well, which I know a lot about. I would love to, but I can't. Free speech is dead, people. YouTube, AI, it doesn't like it. It won't. It'll demonetize the channel. It'll shut me down so fucking fast, you won't even fucking believe it. It won't happen. I could probably do it in the blog. This is about as close to it as I can get. So you may wake up feeling that way. If you ever do, either one of two things is happening. Either this is happening, where your energy is rebooting. It's sort of gone for a moment and then returns, and it returns stronger and better than ever. Or somebody is doing some sort of energetic attack on you. They're focused on you. They're thinking about you, the bad things. In which case, if that's the case, all you got to do is tell the universe, stop it. I don't want this energy. I don't accept it. You don't have to accept any energy you don't want. Nobody's got black magic they can do over you and cause you any kind of bullshit. You can get rid of it the moment you spot it happening. One of the signs of that is waking up paranoid between 3 and 4 in the morning. That is one of the signs about that. Because of the Hangman. Again, I don't know why I'm your second favorite. There's more proof right there of what I just said. These two cards are like perfect for landing on top of a tower where I'm talking about rebooting, shutting down, and coming back. It comes back in a new perspective. It comes back shiny and new. So it's good. You're not being attacked in this case. I'm just letting you know the same type of thing might happen if somebody is waging an energetic attack against you. They don't have to be a witch. They don't have to be casting spells. You just, a lot of times, there's a lot of cases of it happening where businesses have gone wrong and one business partner has hated the other one and they're just fixated on that. They hope they fail and they hope they fail and they keep sending that energy. And if that person has a vulnerability and they believe they might fail, it'll feed that. That's its way in. That's its crack to get in. You know, that's why it's so important to be an Empress energy. It's so important to believe in self-worth, to have self-confidence. It keeps a lot of negative energies from being able to get to you, right? It's a bit like shoring up cracks in software so hackers can't get in. It's a bit of that, all right? So, pretty cool here. That's the kind of shit I love. I could talk for hours about this shit, and I don't even need a single malt whiskey, but if you give me one, woo, we're going to have some talking. All right, here we go. Let's go. So pay attention. All right. It's a good idea, too, if you fancy yourself an energy person or an intuitive person, to be awake between 2 and 4 in the morning. Oh. And just put yourself in a meditative state. Find yourself some binaural beats or some sort of tone to listen to. Whatever suits you, 110 hertz should do the trick. Yeah, you see some freaky shit. You will. If you can get in a relaxed enough state. All right, let's go. The veil is very thin. Generally, most energy readers will tell you between 3 and 4 in the morning. I say 2 and 4 because the universe doesn't allow for daylight savings time and shit like that. So anyway, I've always found between 2 and 4 is fine, but 3 and 4 is definitely very thick. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. Gee, Steve, I was wondering why my leg always hurt at 3 o'clock in the morning the most, and then by 5 a.m. it's fine. Yep, it'll do it. Any little weakness you've got, that energy will take advantage of. That thin veil will take advantage of. It'll get in. Like a hacker sneaking through a hole in a program. All right, it is what it is. 4 cups at the bottom. Does that look familiar to you? 4 cups. 4 cups. Why did I put this here when I started doing this? Probably because I knew that was coming. These two are blending together. Underneath that one is a devil. Underneath that one is a page of cups and the death card. Everybody's person wants a new beginning here, but they don't want to work for it. And they don't want to believe that it's anything big, that it's any big deal. They want to believe it's a little deal. All right? But this is my guy right here. This is my guy in the Star Trek uniform who was too chicken to ask out the cheerleader and never got. They're still not getting the principle, if you don't ask, you don't get. And that bothers me. All right, let's go. The Magician, the Fool, and the Seven of Cups. These are great. This is a great start. What actions are they going to take this week? Asking the universe to add all this up. Well, it's a leap. It takes a leap of faith. I don't see a lot of faith. Does she look like she got a lot of faith? Okay. Leap of faith for transformation. Somebody here is getting jammed up on the logistics. How should I approach? What should I do? What's the best way for me to come in? How do I look the coolest? How do I look the best? What's the best? It's the Friday reading rolled up in one fucking card right there. Here's what they should be doing, right? But the problem is they don't want to believe it's anything big. That's big. That's small, all right? It's the same thing I said here. Denier. It's easier to deny. It's what we said in the pre-shuffle as well, all right? That's your reading. So energies right now are setting up each week. May is a big setup month. It always is. It always is. These energies are necessary. This year's Lionsgate, for example, in August should be something very special. By then, the dam should have come very close to breaking and a lot of shit should be going on. In the soulmate cycle, there should be a lot of action. I'm going to keep it there, right? But there's a lot of energy setting up right now, and proof is position 12 here. This is a big deal. Okay? These are things you need to understand about the energies around you. All right? So that's your reading. I'll take my spanking from the AI for you. But that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right? I've done my best. Good luck.